Hello BookTube, hello friends, welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth. I have donned my prairie bonnet one more time to give you an update on what was going to be called the Laura Ingalls Wilder Readathon, or hashtag Laurathon, because I've had an epiphany recently. It came to me that, we should call it the Little House Readathon. The Laura Ingalls Wilder Readathon is just such a mouthful, even though that completely describes what we're doing, because all I've challenged you to do is to read at least one Laura Ingalls Wilder book, or a book that is inspired by her or about her or something of that nature. And we're still doing the same thing, but we're just going to call it the Little House Readathon. It's just easier to say, and we can use the hashtag Little House Readathon. I had searched previously Laurathon, and I saw that it had been used before. Not a lot, but it still had a few posts, and I hated to use it again, but at the time I couldn't think of anything else that we could use. But anyway, I hope that you will embrace this change and you will use this hashtag, and I hope that you will still participate. It's going to be tomorrow, February 7th through February 10th. I will link my announcement video below for an explanation of why we have picked those dates. It will be those same dates every year that I am able to do this readathon, and I am planning to continue this and make it an annual event. And I want to encourage you, if you don't have anything to read or can't get a hold of something, then maybe you could watch something. Watch an episode of Little House on the Prairie. That can count too. I will completely accept that. Or anything biographical. I've kind of fallen into a YouTube rabbit hole of watching Little House on the Prairie videos, like not episodes, but some scenes, or like scenes from the show, or interviews with the cast, reunion shows, or whatever. And I have found myself watching a lot of videos lately since I decided to do this Little House Readathon. So there's plenty of things to watch on YouTube, and of course all of the Little House on the Prairie TV seasons are on DVD. I have the first 3 seasons myself. I might just decide to pull one of these out and watch a few myself if I have time. I do have quite a big TBR, and I want to let you know what I'm planning to read. And now, of course, I don't expect you guys to have this big of a TBR. I'm just kind of crazy that way. But all I am asking of you is to read at least one book that is related to Laura Ingalls Wilder. And I have found several short ones. So if you're just reading short children's length books, then you wouldn't have a problem reading more than one. But if you want to read any of the adult books, then one may be all that you have time for. So I want to show you my TBR, and also kind of let you know what to expect from my channel for the next few days, because I am planning to do a video over the next 5 days. So let's first start with the TBR. I am going to start Little House on Rocky Ridge and hope to finish it by the end of the readathon. This is a middle grade book. It's the first of the Rose years. Then I'm also going to start Pioneer Girl, which is the annotated autobiography of Laura Ingalls Wilder. And I will probably not finish this one. It's not too thin, and it's large, oversized. It's like coffee table book size, but it does have, even though it's got pictures and illustrations, the font is kind of small, so it'll take some time. It'll probably take most of this month for me to actually get that one all the way finished, but I am going to get started on it. Then I have some short books to read. I have 4 here that I plan to read one each day of. I am going to read Laura Ingalls Wilder's Fairy Poems. I'm going to read Prairie Girl, The Life of Laura Ingalls Wilder by William Anderson. Those 2 are both children's books, as well as this one is a children's picture book, Pioneer Girl, also the story of Laura Ingalls Wilder by William Anderson. And yeah, I was going to say those may be the same, but no, they're different. They have different titles. One is Pioneer Girl and one is Prairie Girl. And then Laura's Album, compiled by William Anderson. Now, you may get the idea from these, from this TBR, that William Anderson is quite an expert on Laura Ingalls Wilder, and that, yes, that is true. He has almost, I guess, made it a life study to study her and her work and her family and her archives and things like that, and is very knowledgeable of everything to do with Laura Ingalls Wilder. So those 4 books, I'm going to try to read one each day. I also plan to listen on audio to Caroline by Sarah Miller. And some of you have mentioned that you are thinking of reading that as well. So on the last day of the readathon, I plan to be finished by that point, and my video for Monday will be a discussion and review of Caroline. So if you are going to be reading that along with me, be sure you hop on board for that video and be sure to watch and get in on the discussion. And if you have read it in the past, then definitely be sure you check out that video so that you can get in on the discussion. And one of the other videos I'm planning to do is a talk about all of the different home sites that there are in the country where you can visit places where Laura Ingalls Wilder, or Laura Ingalls at the time, lived. Of course, Mansfield was where she lived out her married life in Mansfield, Missouri, when she was Mrs. Wilder. But all the other sites, she was Laura Ingalls. So anyway, those are... that's two of the videos that I'm planning to do, and in preparation for that video, I'm going to be reading the Little House Guidebook and Laura Ingalls Wilder Country by William Anderson. I've had these on my shelves for a long time, and of course I flipped through them, but in order to refresh myself of some of that information and those locations, then I'm going to read those first before I try to do that video. I also have a whole folder full of memorabilia of things that I've collected at the different home sites and places that I've been to myself. And there's a few that I haven't been to, but I have been to several. So hopefully you will find that interesting, especially if you're ever planning a trip to visit any of the sites. And even if you've never thought about it before, maybe now you'll want to. And then I'm also planning to do a video on introducing your child to Laura Ingalls Wilder and the Little House books. And then tomorrow's video is already filmed. It's a video that I had planned to post earlier, like a few days ago when I filmed it, and I didn't get it edited till today. So it's going to go up tomorrow, and it's basically just a look at books that are inspired by Laura Ingalls Wilder. They're not about her, but they have been inspired by her or Little House in general or whatever. You'll see when you see the video. So that's coming up tomorrow. And for now, that's everything. I also want to encourage you to post on Instagram every day. Thank you to Bobby Sue Davis for posting about the readathon. I just let that get all the way past me. And here it is the day before we're starting, and I have not done a single post. So I am going to be posting a picture of my TBR today, and I want to encourage you to do the same. And each day of the readathon, be sure that you post something that has to do with the Little House Readathon or Laura Ingalls Wilder or something. And check out Little Houseathon 2018 hashtag, because there's some really neat pictures that you will see on that hashtag as well. So for now, that's all I have for this video. Stay tuned this week. Then at the end of it, when it's all over on Tuesday or Wednesday, I will have a wrap-up video of everything that I have read during the readathon. So that's all for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.